Hello, hello, hello. It's Private Talk Podcast with Alexis, Texas, and we're back season 2, and we have the pleasure of having Neechi on the couch.
What up, what up, what up?
Hey. How are you, Mr. Neechi? Thank you for coming to the Private Talk couch. We're excited to have you on the couch and get to know you a little bit better. I'm very curious because you walked in the door and told me there was some myth, some legend, and I made it come to light that it was not a myth and legend. So that means that you're from Texas, or at least went to school at my alma mater. So.
Yeah, I'm from Texas. I'm actually from Texas.
So what part of Texas?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay, so Houston, Texas. You went to Texas State. You're a Bobcat.
Yep.
Eat 'em up, cats.
Eat 'em up, go cats, go.
Eat 'em up, cats. So before we get into more about yourself, so tell us about this myth that's going on. And did you think that was really a myth? Did you think that I actually went there? What did you do when you got the email to do this interview? You're like, I'm finally gonna figure it out. Like, tell me more about it. I want to know it all.
So it's like, when I went to Texas State, everybody's like, okay, George Strait went here, LBJ went here. And then the third one is Alexis, Texas went here. And then it's like, you go online and you like look it up and it's like, okay, George Strait, it says George Strait went there. And then it says LBJ went there, but it's like it's like a gray area of, did Alexis, Texas go here?
I wonder why it's so gray. I was like, if you want to buy a drink and talk to me, cool, let's talk. And then they told me their whole spiel, yada, yada, and bam, magically I'm here. But
no, that's
all of that. But yes, I did go to
cool.
Texas State. I definitely went there. I had a lot of fun times, a lot of drunken nights. Definitely went to the square several times.
Yeah.
I worked there at Dillinger's. Yeah. Shout out to Dillinger's, which no longer exists.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that is.
I was like, it doesn't exist. See, I'm like, you're a young cat. I'm the old bobcat.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's all good.
Well, it was a really fun bar on the square, like this. Oh, you don't even know what that one is either. I don't even know what it is now. The only reason why I know is because my little brother just graduated like 2 years ago from college.
I met your brother, your little brother. He went to Texas State, right?
He did.
It's crazy because I was walking on
Small world, Private Talk. You see this?
I was walking on the square one time, and then some dude's like, hey, my sister's like your stepbrother, right, or something, or
no? There is an imposter. People tell stories all the time, but my actual brother, did go to Texas State.
He was your legit brother because he told me he wasn't
a stepbrother.
I don't know.
Now you're trying to make a movie.
I'm just like it's like it was so long ago, and I was on the square drunk.
Okay.
So it's like some dude came up, like we were walking. Some dude came up to me. He's like, "Yeah, my sister's Alexis, Texas," and I was like, "I don't believe it. Like, no way." And then, it's like,
FaceTime me? I usually get those calls too at late nights.
No, he didn't call you. I didn't make him prove it, but it was just like, it was just random. And I was like, I'm gonna
have to talk to my brother. He just goes to random drunk people and be like, hey, guess what? My sister's Alexis, Texas.
He'll remember.
I mean, I always told him that he should definitely cause it's, it can be awkward because your sister is in the industry or whatever. But I was like, use it to your advantage. I'm like, use it for all it's worth.
He was a little bit taller.
He's very tall.
Yeah, he was a little. And I was like, so it like brought more like truth to the myth that you went there. I don't think
because I'm tall.
No.
Well, what does that have to do with
No.
Oh, that I went there.
Yeah, okay, that you went there. The fact that he like approached me about it, and I was like, okay, like I heard she went to school here. This dude says that he's her brother. Maybe it's kind of true, but I was like at the same time.
And look where the world's brought you. Look, now you're on my Private Talk on my couch. Yeah, to talk to me.
It's crazy.
So what did you think
your brother
when you got this email? I'll show you a picture of what my brother looks like. We'll confirm for real if it was my brother or not.
Yeah, he was like tall.
Because I've had some people, like I said, where it's like people were like, "Oh, who was this?" Like they sort of like said that I was their sister.
It was definitely your brother, though.
Explained who they were, and I was like, "No."
I got
one brother.
This was like in 2016, 2017.
Probably sounds about right. I mean, I don't really remember.
I'm
not really good with dates. I had a really fun career, so I definitely was out doing things, and so I don't remember years.
It was definitely your brother, though, because it's like if you would have said your brother went to TCU, I'd be like, oh, it was some.
Did you feel closer to me because you talked to my brother?
I mean, I didn't.
Did you go home that night and jerk off to me because my name was like? Tell the truth.
No.
I want the truth.
Don't lie to us, Neechi.
Maybe.
You definitely did Private Talk. I think you did. All right, so let's get down to business. Let's tell us about yourself. Let's get to know you a little bit more. So you went to Texas State. You're very big on TikTok. You're into the whole social media scene. You have this brand. Tell us how it started, where it came from, how it all began.
The brand or what? Or
how you started.
Okay, so it all started.
Tell us a story here at Private Talk.
Depends on how far you want to go or like what side of it you want to know, the entertainment or the fitness side.
What do you think that your fans would want to know? Private, you're here doing an interview with Miss Texas, and we want to know all of you and your brand.
I'll just mix it in. So I used to play football, and then I was playing football in Arkansas. I transferred to Texas to be closer to family and home and play football at Texas State.
What position did you play at Texas State?
Okay, so we'll get to that. I played running back. In college, I played running back. And, yeah, I was just like young kid trying to make it to the NFL. And, you know, like I really believed that I was going to make it to NFL. And, you know, it's like undoubtable in my mind. And then, you know, I got to Texas State. I don't know if you know about their football team, but it's like wishy-washy kind of like it's the whole time I went there, probably won like 6 games total. And, you know, it's like...
Wasn't the place for you to really be?
You said was it or wasn't?
It wasn't. As far as your football career, do you feel like you didn't get that much shine that much needed to be to where you wanted to get in your career?
It wasn't even that. I tried to join the football team, and the coaches were like, telling me, oh, yeah, you have to have this requirement. I'm like, okay. And then I got it all. Then all the coaches got fired. And then I was just like, you know.
So there was some hater stuff.
It was some hater stuff. Like, it was some politicking going on.
White girl politicking. We know about that.
There's some politicking going on.
You're very good with your puns. I like that. Quick and witty.
So it was some politicking going on. So I was like, at the time, I had I was living at these cottages, these brand new cottages at Texas State, and like there's new cottages, there's new apartments, new cottages every year. There's like a new spot to party at.
Y'all definitely got so spoiled. When I went to school, there wasn't half the shit that y'all have there now. Continue.
So it was like it was cottages, and it was the new cottages. Like everybody was like, oh, like pool parties here, pool parties there, and it was like the pool parties were lit just everywhere. And then the apartment complex was like, hey, we're throwing a pool party. We want you to like host it. We want you to host it and like get the word out. So it's like 2 parts to the story. It's a much.
Were they offering you any money? Were they telling you, hey, you're just like, hey, you're a cool guy. You're always here anyways. Let's see what happens.
I lived there. I lived at the
But you're obviously at the pool. They see you turning up or having fun with your friends because they can't just not random.
I was like the campus influencer. Like it was like in 2013, 2014, and people didn't know what an influencer was. But I had like, I went from like 16K to like 200K on Twitter at the time. And I was like the campus, like I was like famous on the campus, like an icon. Would you say
like do that? Like how did you gain those numbers so rapidly? I mean, because of just your personality and who you were?
Random personality, random stuff. I was on TMZ in like 2012 or something.
What were you on TMZ for? I've been on TMZ, but never fun.
I don't even want to talk about it. But it was like some girl. I defended her. Whatever. But it was like,
this is private talk. You can't just We can't be halfway told information.
Okay, so it was just some girl I went.
You got a lot of stories, sir.
I know some girl I went to. I was like,
some girl you were hooking up with.
I mean, some girl that
you were having sexual relations with.
I was like, I went on a date with her, and then she was on a show, and then they thought she was racist. Then I was like, oh, she's not racist. Like,
oh, so you defended her character.
I defended her character.
Okay.
So
they saw you there. They were like, they got interested into who you were, whatever. Yeah. They started following you. So you're the campus influencer. What does one do with being a campus influencer? Because in my day and age, we didn't even have fucking Instagram back then because that's not something, whatever. And even just the word influencer is very new to me and not new to me because I don't know within the general world of what's going on. But what those titles really mean and what they consist of, like, you know, from brand deals and all these other things and stuff. So talk how you get like that.
I think it's so influencer, like I was influencing positivity on campus because like me, like my dream was to go to college and be the like top football player and like, you know, like score touchdowns and people be like, oh, like like other schools talking about me, people around the nation talking about me. Like that was my like
aspiration.
That was my aspiration. So it's like when I was like, okay, they're not allowing me on the team. So like, what do I do? Like, where do I like get that? Where do I put this energy at? So I was like, you know what? Let me just like spread positivity. So I would like spread positivity around the whole university, and people were like, the pride like increased. Everybody was just like, oh yeah, like we love Texas State. Like we're the biggest on social media, and it's just like it was always trending on Twitter. Like I would do stuff, I would get people followers and just do all this stuff, just give back to community. And then everybody's like, oh, like Big Neechi, the campus influencer or whatever. And then, yeah, it was like, even the school, like they hired me to like pack out the stadium. And then I got it trending and stuff. But I don't know if you know about Texas State, like the tradition about the football games. Nobody goes to football games, but they go to the tailgate.
Tailgating, yes.
Exactly.
I definitely went to a lot of tailgates and probably went to one game. Maybe two.
See, that's the tradition.
And I definitely was drunk at both of them, both times.
That's the tradition.
At the game, not in the tailgate.
So that's the tradition. And they're like, all right, Neechi, like trend this and tell them to go to the stadium. I trended it, and I don't know.
So how is that feeling to the fact that you're not allowed to be on the team, but you want to be trended to get people in the seats and the seats? You know what I mean? How does that feel?
It felt disrespectful.
But you still went and did it though?
I still went and did it because I didn't care.
To prove a point, but what in that matter is like
not to prove a point, just because I had the influence and I could make a difference. You know?
Well, I really like your positivity as far as like somebody told you no, and I don't like the word no myself. So it's always like, what can every problem has a solution. And so you can figure out what's going to go. In your, situation, you didn't give up. You still just, decided to be positive and be like a positive role model to other students and, just your community and things like that. So I think that's really cool to, have and continue going. So you went, let's go back to your party.
Okay, so
the pool party, the club, or not the club, apartment complex wanted you to host this party.
So this happened twice. The first time the apartment complex wanted me to host a party, I hosted it, boom. It was called, like you could look up the hashtag, it's called like Texas State 2K13 Summer Bash.
Are you coming up with these hashtags yourself?
I came up with the hashtag, came up with everything. Trended it. Boom.
So what makes your party trend? Just the amount of people, the ratchetness things going on? Are there people fucking? What's going on in these parties that were trending?
This was my first party that I ever threw. And this was just Twitter. Like I was like, I don't know, like I broke the algorithm and it started trending. Like it said on top of the thing, like United States trending with the hashtag.
I mean, I've been trending up there. I know how that works.
So
it's a cool feeling because it's like feeling. Out of the whole, the world and things that people are tweeting and stuff about. It's cool. It's awesome.
So the first party, it got big, got crazy, and I didn't expect it. And like it was just flooded with people, girls everywhere. And then the manager was like, "What's going on? Like there's too many people here. We didn't hire enough
Fire
security."
Code.
That so they like stopped it, but it was like so lit, but like nobody knew who threw it. Like everybody was like, who threw that? And at the time it was like I kind of didn't like I had my name out there, but it was just like
But why is it a mystery? Wouldn't you want to be known as like a badass party thrower?
So this is the story. It gets to that. And then after that I started throwing festivals. I threw festivals at the river. Like there was a river, a ranch. I threw festivals. I started throwing festivals all off Twitter. No flyers, no. And it was like new to everybody because everybody used to hand out flyers and do all that stuff. I would just trend it.
So why are you doing all this stuff for free? Let's get to the point. Where is the incentive of like, yes, everyone likes to party, but when you figure out an algorithm like you have yourself, you're seeing people come out, you're seeing all these things that are matching up. How do you put those puzzle pieces together and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do and this is what I'm going to make money off of?
So this is where it changed because after that first party, it was free. And then after that first party, it was like, okay, so the first party happened, and then it was like the request was like, "Hey, can you throw a party? Like, can you do this? Can you do more?"
So did it become exclusive? Like, did you get an invite to
So it was like, okay, like everybody's requesting. Too many people are wanting me to do this again. So I did a party at the river, and even more people came out, and it was lit, and we had all these artists and stuff, and it was lit. And then it's like after that, I just kept throwing parties, different artists, different festivals, all this stuff, and it just like whatever. And then it came back to the next year that management got fired, right? So this is the actual real story. The management
The other one was a fake story?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a fake. This is the meat and gravy.
Give me the meat and gravy. I want it. I need it. Let's hear it.
Okay, so
management got fired.
New
people came around.
And then they're like, okay, we're throwing our annual party. Hey, we want you to host it again. And this was a new manager. And I was like, okay, last time I threw it, I had like 30,000 followers. Now I have 200,000. Like, you know what's going to happen, right? And he was just like, fuck it, throw the banger, like, do it. And I was like, okay. Boom. Started trending in 2 days around the United States. People were talking about flying in, taking party buses. People were talking.
All at an apartment pool.
Yes. Basically.
And you're charging for this.
Basically Vegas. So.
That's a strong word. Yeah. Vegas? You're having Vegas at Texas State.
You have to see the photo.
In San Marcos. I'm down for it. For me, it's one of those things where a lot of your story just have the powerful things of saying, as a student at that time, saying, I have X amount of followers and this is, what are you going to do for me? And they're like, here you go. I think that that's crazy in the times that we are, but really so powerful for entrepreneurs and like those things, which what makes and drives our businesses, you know what I mean? Which I think is cool. But it's just the terminology and just crazy. Because again, you're a student. You're not even really knowing what your profession is at that time, but they know the outcome of what that's going to do for their, you know, even business. If it's bad publicity, you know what I mean? Yeah. People still want to be like, oh, apartment so-and-so threw a fucking lit party and it was hashtagging and crazy. Okay.
So they're like, throw it. And then I'll just show you the photo. I'll show you the photos.
Private talk. Have you ever been to a party like this? Have you ever been to, you know, Neechi's parties?
If you really, anybody who really wants to see the content from the party, just look up hashtag Texas Summer Bash, TX Summer Bash.
Okay, so while we're here, let's plug your social medias and we're, you know, Private Talk. We've already we're a little bit in the thick of your story. You're a storyteller. I see this, but we're almost there. But we want to know where we can follow you.
So most of my social media, you're going to be able to find me at Big Neechi. That's BIGNEECHI. And then my TikTok right now, the username is Neechi Sosa. That's NEECHISOSA. So if you want to find me on social media, just look up Big Neechi or Neechi Sosa. Like, it's going to come up. And yeah, just basically.
You're going to look at all the pictures from the parties that you've thrown.
Everything.
You better have invited my brother or we're not going to be friends.
Yeah, your brother. I'm pretty sure he was there. I'm going to
ask him after this interview and be like, where you at?
Summer Bash. So
what was the outcome of that party?
Okay, so the outcome of this party was that.
Did you get endorsement deals? Like, I'm still wondering where this money is coming from, Neechi.
So this is.
I'm a businesswoman. I need to know.
So this is in 2014. Influencer didn't exist. Influencer marketing didn't exist.
Would you say you brought that term to Texas State?
Yeah, I feel like I was one of the first influencers in the world. But other than that, I feel like I was one of the first influencers. I was definitely the first influencer at Texas State for sure.
So you were pioneering.
Yeah. And people were like making fun of me and stuff. Like they didn't know what it was. They're like, oh, you just want followers.
Trust me, I have the same effect on people. But look at me now.
So it's
look at you now.
Yeah, it's like they were making fun of it and I didn't know what to call it. They're like, what are you? What do you do? Like, how are you going to put this on your resume? But it's like, at the end of the day, now it's called an influencer, a content creator. But I didn't know that back in the day. See, look, this is the first party. This is the first party that I threw in the apartment complex.
Why does it look like one of those like old 1920 pics where
because it was off of an iPhone 6 or something, whatever they had at that.
Oh yeah, I guess because of those times in technology, the grain in
you
your
even
phones.
look at the date. If you scroll down, you probably could see the date.
November 7th, 2013, Throwback Thursday, where it all started this summer. Crazy fun pool party. Be expecting more. That's a lot of people.
So that's the first one.
At an apartment, for sure.
And then this is the second. This is the second one.
Oh, yeah.
So the crazy part about the second one, the what makes, like you asked me, like how did I get to where I'm at? Like what makes it like that? Is that this second one made Good Morning America. So it was like, it wasn't just like who threw this party. It was like Big Neechi throws this massive pool party that goes viral and went out of control, and this and that, and like it took every cop in town to shut it down. So it was like.
Did you ever get arrested for it?
No, I didn't, which was what was like amazing and nobody got hurt. So it was like
awesome.
It was like there was a big spirit on my side because they hired security, but it's like the energy of the party was so good. Nobody fought. There was so many girls there. Like people were like in heaven almost. Like it was literally Vegas.
What would you say is the craziest thing that's ever happened at one of your parties?
I would say most of my parties are just good energy. There's like it's like a lot of girls there, so it's like there's nothing really crazy besides maybe someone gets a hookup or something. Like they hook up with somebody. Like it's never been no fights. Like I can't think of any fights or like anybody, like anything bad, negative happening. Like that was the craziest thing that probably happened is that it made Good Morning America. Like it was like okay, like you wake up the next day and you're like, what happened yesterday was not normal, but like how do we, how is this documented? Like what is this? And then it was like a Project X. It was like
that movie.
It was like it was a real life Project X. So it was like everybody was like, oh, like Texas State, because at first it was like Texas State's the number one party school. Texas State the number one party school, and everybody's like, no, UT is number one party school. No, West Virginia, this and that. But it was like, boom, we made Good Morning America, and everybody was like, the school spirit went even crazier because it was like, okay, who cares about our football team? Like we're the most lit. We're the
most Bobcats.
We're the most lit in the whole state, in the whole country. Like none of y'all are doing this. Like y'all school is not doing this It's not documenting that y'all are doing it. So everybody at Texas State was like, then a whole bunch of people started going to Texas State after that. Like just a whole bunch of people, and they'll tell me like, oh, I came here because of you. And I'm like, man, like, it's like you really want to come here to go to school, but I can understand because
came here for the parties.
I can understand because.
But I mean, everybody wants to, party and have the atmosphere and live that, that whole college experience life, because that's what college kids do in Texas, especially. So coming off that high of seeing, that your party made Good Morning America, where do you go from there?
So I want to show you this video real quick. Okay, here it is. It's on ABC. So if you go to ABC and you type in viral hashtag draws thousands, this is the video that pops up. It's an ad right now. Wait for the ad. Is that indica or sativa?
Hybrid.
Close up on this one right here. Okay. So, right here. Then my name's at the top. It says Big Neechi. And that's me in the middle, like getting girls to show their tits.
Free the nipple. I like how they show the empty pool afterwards. That's crazy. So 2,000 people. So you never had any negative impact from any of those parties? Because like I said, you're throwing it, but nobody gets hurt, but there is still over, capacity. It's over for 1,000 people, and it's like double capacity. You don't get blamed for it?
It was haters, of course, but it's like they were still at the party.
But no repercussions of anything?
No, I never got in trouble, which was a blessing, But it's like my intentions were never like, oh, I'm gonna throw lit parties and like I'm the party dude. Like that was never my intentions.
Yeah, you just wanted to keep the good vibes. Good
energy.
I
just want to keep the good vibes because I would go to parties and I'd be like, I don't like this. Like I don't like this energy. I don't like this vibe. So it's like I started throwing mine. I'm just like, okay, like I love this. Like this is the best. And it's just like people kept wanting it, and it was just like demand, like, you know, it was in demand. So I just kept doing it, but I wasn't doing it. Like the reason why I was doing it was because people loved it, not because I wanted to make money necessarily. It was because
it was a passion.
It was a passion,
like something that you had fun doing, and you're in college, so why not create the environment for yourself and your friends to have a great time and be in control of it.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what creates a narrative. So, all right, fast forward. Now you are doing, influencer stuff on TikTok. At that time, were you still doing that stuff as well? Or was it when TikTok was even around at that time?
I was doing Twitter. I was like, I got up to 500,000 followers on Twitter. Then they took me down.
So how does the sponsorships kind of like start rolling in for things like that? Because, that's a big market for influencers,
How
did yours happen?
For me,
was it more like you said, you played football and the athletic routes, or you doing the training and things like that now? Or?
So it was fitness. Like I've always been into fitness. I was trying to play football, and all the time I was partying and throwing all these crazy parties, I was like prioritizing the gym. So I was always in shape. And then when I built up that following from just like throwing parties and stuff, I just started posting my workouts, like just me lifting weights and stuff. And then it started going viral, because I had a fan base, but not only because I have a fan base, because the lifts I was doing was actually like credible. I was lifting a lot of weight. So it started going viral, and then these big celebrity fitness people started hitting me up and like, hey, I'm going to train you. I'm going to work out. I want to do this. Let's collab, this and that. And I'm just like, sure, let's do it. And then it's like, I go to these competitions, and then I was winning them. I was winning the competitions. And, it's like the thing I love about fitness is like you can't just come up in a day. You can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna win that tomorrow. I know I'm gonna win that.
It takes hard work.
It takes work. So it's like I've always had I've always naturally had that. So it's like I just came in, like I barely prepared for it, but I came in and I beat everybody. And then it's like, okay, wait, this dude has like what, 1 million followers, but this, million fitness followers, and everybody's listening about fitness advice, but this dude's stronger than him and looks better than him. That just makes it, it's like fitness. You can't just take leaps. It's like, who's like, what's real and what's not. And it's just like,
why you decided to create your own brand within the fitness world?
Well, everything just happened organically, I would say. So, it's like I'm winning these competitions, and it's like sponsors come and they're like, hey, we like what you're doing. You feel like you represent our brand. Like, you're a strong dude, but you like to have fun. We're like a lifestyle brand. So you're a strong dude. You like to have fun. You don't just lift weights and just like you just living your life, and I'm just living my life. So it's like more organic. So all the brands that I work with, they work with me because of I'm being myself, not because I'm just so heavy into the fitness niche, if that makes sense. So it's like some people wonder like, why, like, because people in the fitness industry, they're so afraid of losing their followers or their sponsors if they're like associate with certain stuff or do certain things or cuss or smoke weed or something. And that, it's like,
so it basically just seems like you like to be authentic all the time.
Yes.
Anything that's, you organically would like to do, you're going to like put more focus into that. And that's basically why you've been successful, because people and your fans kind of like gravitate to those kind of energies.
Yes. So it's like, it's like the sponsors, they just contacted me and they're like, like we like your brand because we have a drink for recovery. Like we have a hangover recovery drink, and we have a fitness recovery drink, then we have an energy drink, and we feel like you match all that.
So what sponsors do you currently have at the moment?
I have a Boohoo Man. I have Fit Aid. Those are like, I would say those are like the
top ones,
the two main ones. And
how is it being with Boohoo Man?
It's cool. I mean, like they give me clothes.
They dress you. They keep you dressed. Yeah, they keep you.
I love
fresh.
fashion. I love fashion. So it's amazing to be able to rock fashion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like experiment with it. Cause I don't like buying clothes though, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't like going to the store. I'd rather spend my money on different things. I'm not necessarily.
You just want someone to dress you at all times.
It's just like,
you kind of seem high maintenance over there, mister. You seem like, you like clothes, but you don't want to buy them. They're
I
just
don't feel like
magically
clothes.
appear or be sponsored by. But that's what's cool about a big sponsor like that is because, I
genuinely love the clothes. So it's like I'm wearing it and it's cool, so it's like works. It's like everything in life just works out itself.
What would you say is your social media weakness?
Man, honestly, I feel like I don't have one because I don't care. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm just like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, but I've seen so much that I'm just like. You know what I'm saying?
There's not something that you get stuck on and you maybe go down a rabbit hole and you search something. There's weaknesses that maybe you look at Twitter more than you look at Instagram. Not that it's facts not as in depth, but as far as on a minimal scale of if there's something that everybody is on our phones too much. So we have so much easy access to our phone. So I feel like when you're on social media, which habits do you have? Are you looking and trolling girls? Are you looking at your ex-girlfriend's pictures? Are you looking at your friend's stuff, memes? What kind of things that are takes your time that maybe
I would say that it takes I would say my time limit on social media is probably my weakness. I would say that, but as far as looking at stuff is whenever I gained 1 million followers in a month.
How? Tell us private talk. How do you you wake up one day and you just have 1 million followers?
No.
How does that happen for someone? A lot of people, want to be influencers as well, or they want to know, tell us how that happens.
I started humping girls in public and.
So you have an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Why are you hesitant about it?
I mean.
You started humping girls in public. I like how you say that. Why are you so shamed about it? It's about the first quiet thing that you've said quietly, but everything else you've been super proudful about it. So if you like humping girls in public, be free and be
I created a workout. It's called the pregnancy pull-up.
Okay.
It's called the pregnancy pull-up. So
the pregnancy pull-up?
Yes.
Okay.
So
explain to private talk. Private talk, please listen.
So private talk, this is what it is. Created this viral workout called the pregnancy pull-up. It's gone viral on Twitter, on TikTok. It's gone viral on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere.
So now we're getting into the goods. Okay, let's hear.
So it's called the pregnancy pull-up. One day I was doing pull-ups, and I was just like, man, you know what? I want to work out with these girls. I want to create content with them.
Were they pregnant girls?
No.
Okay.
So it's just like some of my homegirls or whatever, they like to get humped.
While they're working out?
Basically.
But okay, I have a lot of questions. Pregnancy pull up, right?
Yeah.
But are you trying to get somebody pregnant with this pull up, or you're trying to
are
they pregnant and they need
you can say that.
So you're coming in mad bitches.
So this is I think you're overthinking a little bit.
Maybe because
you probably have to see the video to understand.
I'm a woman. I get pregnant. Those things are already in my head. I'm like, whoa, wait. Well, now I'm listening. I'm like,
so the pregnancy pull up. It only takes me 9 months to get these girls in shape.
Oh, okay. See, now there's more. Now I get it. See, you talked about humping girls in public. Then you went from the pull up. Then you went whatever. So you went all over the place. I could not follow. Okay, so now I'm getting it. 9 months to do.
9 months. It takes 9 months program pregnancy pull up. It's where I do the pull up like a normal pull up, but the girl, she has her legs wrapped around my waist, and then she's holding on to the pull up bar. I'm holding on to the pull up bar. And we're both doing pull-ups. Okay. It's more of a fitness couple relationship thing.
So there was workouts just to that move of sorts, yes?
Yes. So it's whenever I'm doing the pull-up, for me, if I'm just doing a normal pull-up, it's okay, whatever. But when I'm doing a weighted pull-up, now I'm seeing results because I've lifted so much weight.
But is weighted because it's the girl? Okay.
So normal gym rats, they go to the gym and they do pull-ups or when they want to increase resistance, because pull-ups can only get you so far, just like push-ups can get you so far. You do weighted pull-ups. You put weights around your waist. And
now you're just putting bitches on your waist. Okay.
Exactly. So it's.
Do you ever go up in weight class?
Yes, I have. There has been one girl that I wasn't able to give a kid.
What? How many kids do you have?
Thousands. I mean, I can't like.
Are they dead babies? Like, I'm confused. What's going on?
So the pregnant, you have to see the pregnancy pull up.
What's going on, private talk? I'm fucking confused as fuck. I know I smoked, but that weed ain't that good. My God.
You have to see it, or I could show you. It's the pregnancy pull-up.
I'm not trying to get pregnant. Get away from me. Leave your pregnancy over there. I don't. I'm thoroughly confused. So, but I would like to.
So every pull-up, every time we go up, that's one kid. So it's like I'm out here.
But it's not really a kid.
I mean, it's the terminology, like.
Okay.
It's like.
But why did you choose to use these terms?
Because it's
and this is a bestseller?
I mean, it's just I invented it, so I
mean, no tea, no shade. I'm just trying to figure it out because it's very fucking confusing. Because I don't know. I would not be purchasing that. I'm gonna stay away from all the terminologies. No offense, I'll buy a T-shirt. I'll put something else. But pregnancy pull up.
It's a way to promote fitness and. For
have fun with couples. Yeah, no, I get it. I get the message. I'm not in a relationship, so maybe that's why I'm even more freaked out about that whole situation. But the whole gimmick of the thing, it's just a little scary. I don't know. You're gonna change the name a little bit, maybe. Just thoughts. Food for thought.
It's a TikTok thing. Like, hey, are you on TikTok?
No, I'm not. See, I'm not a part of that world. I need to be. I've been talking about it for a while.
So with TikTok, it's heavy. It's like really PG. So it's like you could get like a violation, like if you're showing too much skin, or like TikTok is very PG. So it's like
Instagram these days.
Yeah, basically. So the pregnancy pull up, TikTok approved of it.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's like TikTok approved of it. So it's
more power to you. For me, I'm not gonna buy that one. Sorry, but I get it. I understand, but. Which one of the platforms do you kind of cater to the most? TikTok at the moment?
I mean, TikTok's, I would say TikTok, but, Instagram too. I like Instagram, really any platform, but I say TikTok is probably like the main thing that I use.
So you said you have an OnlyFans. Are you actually having sex on your OnlyFans in public with these girls?
Maybe.
Why do you smile like you're a little kid in a candy store? That's a big more than a maybe.
Because you have to.
Are you doing solo things? Or are you just standing naked and are you doing dick pics?
You have to subscribe to see that. You have to
subscribe. Well, let Private Talk know where we can subscribe.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's probably link in my bio, my Instagram bio. Go to my Instagram bio, Big Neechi Instagram bio. You want to see me get these girls pregnant? I don't care. I leave a kid. I leave 5, 10 kids. You know what I'm saying? She pulled up. She getting pregnancy pulled up. You feel me?
There you go. All right, so we're going to get to my favorite part. We're going to play Truth with Texas. We've got to know you a little bit more. Now we're going to get to know you a little bit even more now. Maybe they will go subscribe to your OnlyFans and click that link in your bio because, you just never know when you leave Miss Texas. So how we're going to play is it's 4 cards. Each ace is a different suit, and each suited question is a different type of question, from romantic, spicy, naughty, and kinky.
Okay.
Are you ready to play Big Neechi? Yep.
Okay, so I just
Pick
grab
one and tell us what it is.
Okay, this looks like an ace of spades.
Ace of spades is a naughty one.
I know this is like the BBC Snow Bunny.
Have you ever made a girl squirt? Big Neechi?
Oh.
Does your pull-up game require one of those things? Is that one of those something that happens?
I have to take off my glasses for this.
That's something, I don't know why you're looking me in the eyes like that, which I much would rather see your eyes because you have really nice eyes. But what I'm saying to you is that most men don't always know how to make girls squirt. Doesn't mean you're not a good lover.
Squirting is the easiest thing to do to a girl. It's the easiest orgasm, in my opinion. Not every girl can squirt.
True, and not every guy can make a girl squirt.
Yes, but if you know what you're doing and the girl is attracted to you and, you know, like, feeling your sexual energy, not only will it be easy, but you can almost make any girl squirt, but not every girl, because some girls just can't do it.
Do you like your ass eaten?
Hell no.
Never had it.
Assholes, I stay away from assholes as much as possible.
Even girls?
Even girls.
So you've never eaten a girl's ass?
Assholes is off limits for me or her. Like, assholes.
Assholes or a no?
Assholes is
Would you say that's your biggest turnoff?
Yes. Why would you want the whole room smelling like booty hole?
Why is your room smelling like booty hole? There's the things of like, you know, clean, you know.
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
Maybe you've just been with other people that maybe have, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like
you got a bad smell in your nose and you just really fucked up the whole situation for you.
I feel like it's just one of those things that I'm just like, if you want me to be real about it,
1010%, please.
Okay,
that's what we are about here.
Okay, so the truth is that if I'm with a girl, right? I like women, only women.
Okay, only women.
So if I'm with a girl, and I can have sex in her vagina, or I could have sex in her anus, her anal, asshole, whatever you want to call it. Why would I choose that when I can choose something that...
Why do you got to choose? You could be both or one or the other. This is not an all the time situation. It's like, you know, situational.
That's just my opinion. Why would I choose that when I could choose something that's wet and she's squirting?
Keep it wet.
And yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like you need lube, right? You need lube.
You don't have to. If you're like, you know, stimulated enough, you don't have to. Or they're just called spit, you know, real women and men.
I feel like this... It's a topic that I'm not too educated on. So, you know, it's like I can't really tell you anything about, you know, anal.
It's just not your thing. But I feel like you shouldn't completely put it off the table. Maybe later down the road when you have a partner that you're like, you know, in a committed relationship and y'all are safe with each other.
Yeah,
I don't think that,
sure.
you know what I mean? Like I said, it's not an every time you're going to fuck her, let's do it. But you know what I mean? Some people like to be stimulated.
Is it good?
And I mean, I've had enjoyable moments. I have, you know, it's not something I do all the time, but when I want sex like that, and I definitely want it. You know, it's just like any other kind of thing that you are... I've
tried it, and the girls, they just scream because they
just scream, huh?
They like, I've tried it, and it's just like, it was like they scream, and I'm just
Maybe you don't know how to do it all the way either.
I don't know. Maybe
there's a finesse to it, just like squirting. There's a finesse to everything.
I mean, if you want something, you can get it. I'm just saying, like, I've tried it, and I'm just like,
not for you.
I'm like, okay, like, it's borderline hurting her, and
we don't like the hurting. So let's
and I'm just like,
let's go to the next card.
You know, it's just like, whatever.
We got more questions for you, Neechi.
All right. So I don't know what that is.
Ace of Clubs. We are. All right. Ace of Clubs is our kinky question.
Okay, kinky.
Have you ever been caught masturbating?
I don't think so.
Do you have any fetishes?
I'll say probably squirting.
What's your favorite sex toy?
I've never bought, really. I don't have one. Like.
Okay. Next card.
Okay.
Ace of Hearts is our romantic question. Okay. Do you think that you're romantic?
Yeah.
What's the most romantic thing you've ever done for a lover?
That's a good question. Like, I mean, like...
You need some help?
Okay, now you put this song on. Now it just creates a whole different energy of this question.
Ooh, now the energy's back. Let me hear it.
So, romantic, just, you know, I'll get a girl flowers. One of the girls I dated, get her flowers, teddy bears, all this stuff. Like, take her out to eat, come back, you know what I'm saying? Give her some kids.
Give her some kids. You like to result to that one.
Yeah.
All right, last card. An ace of diamonds. So it's a spicy question.
Spicy.
What's the longest you've gone without sex?
Good question. Man, I don't like maybe 16 years.
16 years?
Yeah, when I lost my virginity.
Oh, I'm like, what?
What? Stop calling me. Like when I lost my virginity.
So what's the longest time from now since you've gotten your virginity taken away from you?
I feel like that's a hard question.
Are you like having sex every day, or are you like, what's going on?
No, it's not that. It's just that I don't time it. Like I'm like, oh, it's been 3 months. Like even right now, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I can't really, it's like, I don't know.
Last time you had sex with an ex?
Oh God, why you gotta ask that?
Because it's private talk and we want to know. I hope you are liking this episode, guys. Make sure you subscribe and comment.
Wasn't that long ago? I would say 2020. I think it was 2020.
Let's see. The last question. Have you ever been too drunk to have sex? Tell us the truth, Big Neechi.
Like, you talking about like can't get it up drunk or
you can't have sex. You cannot perform. You cannot do anything.
There's never been a time.
Pass go.
Nah, there's never been a time that I've.
You're always ready. It doesn't matter how drunk you are.
Yeah.
Always ready to go.
Always, unless I'm throwing up, then it's like.
Then you're incapable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have sex with someone throwing up. That's not attractive.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Never.
Either. But yeah, it's like if you're drunk, if you're throwing up, and then it's like, but I haven't thrown up from drinking since like freshman year in college. Like,
you're an experienced drinker. I know from being a Texas State alumni myself, I definitely know how to drink and hang with the best of them.
No, for sure.
I appreciate it. Well, it was a pleasure having you on the couch. It's definitely good to see another fellow Bobcat.
Yes.
Thank you for, taking the time and letting us know a little bit more about you. Please plug again your social medias where we can find you.
My social media, everything you're trying to find me is BIGNEECHI. I don't know if Instagram got a shadow ban or something. You can find me on Instagram at Big Neechi, on TikTok, Neechi Sosa or Big Neechi, but probably whichever one has the most followers is me. So just look up Big Neechi or Neechi Sosa. Same thing with Snapchat, Big Neechi or Neechi Sosa. Usually my social media is gonna be under Big Neechi, and then if you can't find Big Neechi, look up Neechi Sosa. But YouTube Neechi's Big Neechi. Facebook, Big Neechi, everything Big Neechi.
You heard it, Private Talk, Big Neechi. Go follow him, support him. Thank you again for tuning in, and until next time.